Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the Subaru XT. We're going to be repairing the fog lights. We're replacing them because they were broken during the last theft recovery, or should I say by the last thief. We're going to be replacing them with these Grote BZ331-5s. They look like they're going to be a nice fit underneath the bumper where the factory fog lights were. Mind you, it was factory accessory. I have a switch here. It's a 3-wire red light switch, and it's going to activate the fog lights for me. I think that these will look pretty good under there. They are designed to face like this. However, I'm going to put them like this because they are sealed and water's not going to get in there, but that's the way they were mounted in from the factory. I think that these will work out pretty well, and since the wiring's already there, this should be pretty easy. Let's get started. Now, one of the first things that you have to do when you're starting a project like this is determine what tools and what parts you're going to need to complete the job. And you might run into some other stuff that you haven't thought of. Today, I realized that I don't have all of the butt connectors that I need and all of the terminals that I'm going to need to do this job completely. So I might just hack it a little bit. But start with my drill and my impact. I got my electrical stuff here, and then I've got my screwdrivers here. That's all I'm going to need today to get this job done, I hope. On another note, before I get started working, I was able to find on YouTube the original owner's manual for this vehicle, along with I got an original Carter Subaru, the dealership that sold whatever car this owner's manual came from, and it's from Carter Subaru. It's got voice pager on it, got all their information. It's got the warranty service booklet. It's got added security. It's got the dealer directory, and you can look up dealerships that haven't been in business for a really long time. So this is really kind of a neat piece of history, and this is going to go in the glove box with the car so that I keep it. I was also able to source a full set of service manuals as well from the person that I bought this from. So that was pretty neat too. So I have wiring diagrams and all the stuff that you would need to diagnose and do pretty much anything to these cars. Since the last time you've seen this car, I've done quite a bit of work rebuilding and repairing all of the damage that was done by, for lack of a better word, crackheads that had stolen this vehicle. I was able to repair this door panel. I replaced the steering wheel. I was able to get a new dash bezel, albeit it's still cracked, so I put this cover on it to make it look a little bit better. I'm going to get an official cover that does the entire dashboard. I have new door panels. I have a new back seat. I have new side panels here. So I have everything to make this car really cool. I'm just trying to wait until I can find some matching seats, and then I'm going to swap out the entire interior with the interior that has, it's from a later model that has the rainbow door inserts and rainbow seats and all of that. It's a little brighter, makes the interior look a little bit better. I was able to fix the passenger door a little bit. I still have the damage there, so I'm going to change the door. And I changed all the locks because, well, I lost the keys. They were stolen at one point. So this car's been through a lot, and I plan on keeping it pretty nice. I've got to, as I drive it more and more, I see things that I have to do. I'm going to have to do engine mounts, transmission mounts, and those are things that I'll do likely when I do the manual transmission swap on this car, because that's in the works. I'm trying to source all the parts right now to get that done. In order to get started, I'm going to get started with pulling this panel off where the switch is going to go. This is where the factory switch was. You can see the hole. That switch broke, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this panel off. I'm going to drill the hole out a little bit bigger so it'll accommodate the new switch, and then we'll wire it up together. Bit of a kink. I've got 3 wires down here. I don't know what they do. but they were hooked up to the old switch. And they are pole type connectors and not spades. My new switch is a spade connector, so I'll have to cut those off and put spades on in order to install this switch. Now, in order to test this, I have to have the key on, which means you're going to hear this chime going. But I have the headlights on, key on, and I'm going to test these 3 wires. I've got this snap-on tool here. It's taking a little bit of a beating, but it gives you a voltage reading, and it lights up red when you find voltage. Assuming you have it properly grounded. Let's see if we can try that for a ground. Alright. Well, maybe I don't have power under here after all, so I'm going to do a little bit more investigating and I'll get right back to you. Well, I found a bunch more electrical work that I need to do, so I don't think I'm going to be able to actually make these work today, but I'm going to go ahead and mount these anyway, wire them up, and get everything set up. We might be able to test and see if they work a little bit later. So, let's get started. So, because there's factory mounts under here, I can just put the brackets here and tighten up the bolts. We'll go ahead and do that now. I think it's an 8mm. Where is my 8? Oh no, I was wrong. There we go. Tighten them down. That bracket's on. I don't think it's going anywhere. So then we find this other bolt that's part of the kit. Put a lock washer on it. And for those of you who can't see me, can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going ahead and mounting this in there. Good to grab the right socket size. Got a little bit of wind going on. Okay, so I just had a camera failure, but what we're going to do is we're going to splice these wires in together. As you can see here, I've got heat shrink, I've got the connectors. I know that this is the positive and this is going to be the ground. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. Okay, so I've already mounted it, as you've seen previously. Here's the wire for the fog light. Here's the wiring harness for the car. Positive, negative. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and snip this right about here so we don't have a bunch of harness hanging out. And let's see here. Let's see if I can... gently, there we go, that was gently. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and cut here, and we're going to go ahead and we'll probably have to cut this back a little bit as well. Cut there, and I've got butt connectors. And I've got some heat shrink here. And I've also got my little blowtorch. So let's see what we can do real quick. I'm gonna stick this. Oh, that's not gonna be enough room. So we will probably have to cut this back just a bit more. Gently. Again. Oh. Looks like I got some of the harness in there. That's not what I wanted to do. So. And again, this would be a little bit better if I had the proper tool, which is something that I talk about quite frequently here. There we go. Made a nice little connection there. We'll go ahead and put this heat shrink on. Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't use heat shrink, because I know I got heat shrink butt connectors here. Hang on. All right. Go ahead and lop this off here. Again, that's my positive. And this is going to be my ground. Okay, real quick like, we're going to go ahead and put together this other side. Get this put on, and then we'll wire it up again. They put really long bolts on here from the factory. I'm using factory bolts so that I can use the bolts, so I can use the factory nuts that are on that are mounted into the bumper. we go. Get that tight. Lock washer, nut, hand tight, there we go, easy squeezy, feed this up, and then we go from there. Alright, twist. I always twist them a little bit to give them a little extra go. Stick that on there. Crimp. Alright. Let's do the other side. Alright. Oop. Dropping stuff. Stick it in the hole. Crimp. And remember, shorter one was the positive. Oh, solder doesn't want to go. Nice. Now, easy way to get past that. Alright. Stick it in the hole. Test. And test. Alright, connected. Now, and I didn't trim that down like I did on the other side, but I'll just zip tie it up, put it in here. I got room. Go ahead and heat it up. Turn it over. Try not to do it too much because I don't want to melt the harness. There we go. Those are now watertight. Stick that bad boy. Put this connector back in. And we're good to go. Well, this is what it looks like completed. I do have the switch wired up, so I'm going to turn them on for you. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, that looks pretty good. Well, what do you guys think? Due to the fact that I found some other wiring issues, I'm not going to finish this job today. I have to rewire one of the harness connectors that looks like it might have gotten a little warm in the past, and it's a main ignition dash wiring harness, so that's going to be another day, another video, but I am going to, since I have my tools out, I'm going to go ahead and drill out this hole so that this switch can fit in it, and then I'll show you what it looks like completed here. Alright? I don't have a drill bit big enough for this. This might be a little bit longer of a process than I thought it was going to be. I'll get back to you. Alright, well, I got it done, I got it installed, and we got nice little on-off with a nice little click function, and so that should do a real good job as a fog light switch for me.